Hello friends, my name is Vivek Sharma. Today we can cover this interesting problem that's called find a corresponding node of a binary tree in a clone of that tree. Okay, so we have been given two binary trees, one named as a original, another named as a cloned, and we have the reference of a node that's called target in the original tree. What we need to do, we need to find this reference in the original tree and we need to return a copy of the original tree that's in the cloned. So let's do this. Let's try to understand from the whiteboard. Okay, so this is the first example and the target is 3 here. Okay, let me choose red color because yellow is already there. So if we need to choose this 3, what we will do, we will just traverse this tree. We will traverse simultaneously this tree as well. So this is original tree, right? And this is basically cloned tree. All right, so we will do the traversal from original and in the cloned as well. Once we find 3, we will go ahead and return this value. Similarly, we will find 7 in the original tree. We will return the 7 from the cloned tree. All right. Now, let's consider this case as well. Okay. So, what about like if left child is null, right? So, if left child is null, we need to return from right. Similarly, left is null, then let's go ahead and return right child, right? Similarly, keep doing the same thing for other children as well. Once we find 4, let's go ahead and return from the cloned binary tree. Okay. Similarly, the similar case here is right child is null. If right child is null, let's go ahead and return the left child. Okay, until we find this target node, right? Until we find the target node in the original tree. Once we find the target node in the original tree, we will return this cloned. How we will return the clone? So at the same time, we will be traversing, we will be going left right in the original tree. At the same time, we need to go left right to the clone tree as well. Okay, so let's say we start from 1, we will go left, that is 2, right? We will start from 1 here as well simultaneously, and we will go left to 2 as well, and we will see, okay, target is reaching in the original tree. Then at that time, we will just return the cloned value. At that time also cloned value will be 2 because we are traversing both the trees, right? So hope that makes sense, right? And once we will write couple of placeholders here, then I think it will make more sense. So what will be our base condition here? So base condition would be like if original itself is null, let's go ahead and return null, right? And once original is equal to target, then what we need to return? We need to return basically cloned, right? Now let's traverse the left part, right? So left part is get target copy original dot left clone dot left target. Similarly, let's go ahead and do the same thing for the right side, for the right part, right? Because it's the return type is tree node, so it's going to return tree node itself. So original dot right clone dot right, and the target would be the same. All right, let's expand this wood window here. And we have already seen the edge cases, right? So edge cases means, let's say if oops, I think I lost that picture. Let's go ahead and copy it again. But what I mean to say, if right is null, right? So if right itself is null, then we need to return the left side, right? And in another here, in another example, right? So left is null, then we need to return the right. So we need to consider these edge cases as well, right? On page 3 and 5, right? If right is null, let's go ahead return left. If left is null, then let's go ahead and return right, right? So we need to take care of these cases as well. And if they both are not null, then it's fine, right? It can return anything. So considering those cases, let's check if left is null, then let's go ahead and return right. Otherwise, let's go ahead and return left. So what does that mean? If left is null, it will be returning right. Otherwise, it will come here if left is not null, so it will be returning left only. So this is pretty straightforward recursive code here. Complexity wise, basically time complexity, it will be order of n. And let's consider n is the number of nodes in both the trees, original and clone. And space complexity would also be order of n because we are traversing each and every node. Considering that target node, we don't know, right, where it will be. It might be the root node, it may be the leaf node. So let's consider like it can be anywhere, right? So it will be linear order of n. Let's go ahead and try to submit this and let's see if it is working. So looks like this is working. One optimization we can have in this code, and the optimization is we are traversing left side and right side, and in the end we are deciding whether we need to return left or right, right? So rather than doing in the end, what we can check here itself if left is not equal to null, right? Then let's go ahead and return left from here itself, because we don't know, right? It can be basically on the left side itself, right? So if once we find left is not equal to null, left is already there, right? Then let's go ahead and return left itself, right? And similarly, if right is not equal to null, then let's go ahead and return right. So in that case, what we will be doing, there is a chance that it might be on the left side or it might be right side as well, right? So let's go ahead and do this. If it is left is not null, it will be returning left, otherwise it will be returning the right side. So let's go ahead and try to optimize this little bit, and let's see. So uh, runtime is from 2 millisecond to 1 millisecond because of this optimization. So earlier what we were doing, we were just entering in the recursion. In the last we were doing that, but once we traverse the left side, let's check if left is not null, bottom up manner. If left, we found the left is not null, then return the left itself, right? Let's not wait on the right side, because there might be the chance that target might be on the left side only, so we don't need to necessarily go to right side. Similarly, if it did not return left, it means that it is on the right side, so then only it will go to the right side. Earlier what we were doing, earlier we were considering left and right, and then in the end we were deciding, okay, if left is null, then return right, otherwise left. So that's the little bit optimization we can add. But hopefully this makes sense. And from this diagram, and specifically on page 3, this edge case, when left is null, let's go ahead and return right. And on page 5, when right is null, we need to return from left. This is an important observation, so we need to consider those cases as well. So considering those cases, this is pretty straightforward, I think. So I hope this might be useful. Thanks a lot. Have a good one. Bye.